I grew up in France. I spoke English with my mom as a kid and French with my dad. And according to my mom, for a long time, at least compared to other kids, me and my brother just weren't quite as vocal because learning two languages at once makes it hard to get there. But once we figured it out, even though it took us a little bit longer, oh man, we were able to just fly and talk with just about anyone. And that support that we got from both our parents in French and in English allowed us to get to points that were a lot further, perhaps, than other kids got. So growing up bilingual was a huge asset and allowed us to do amazing, amazing things. For me, school was fun. I think having two languages made it so that learning new languages, like math, was a lot easier for me, and so I tended to excel at it. Science was a ton of fun. I remember learning about dinosaurs and doing all kinds of experiments. History was pretty cool too. We got to learn about the Gauls and the Franks and all of the progressions up through just about the Revolution. Having good friends made it so that I didn't really see myself as multiple entities. But then things kind of changed. We moved to America, and France just kind of disappeared for me. And so a new chapter of my life began. Being in a new country with a language I wasn't used to started off fairly difficult. I had to make new friends. School was kind of the same, though, other than the people. Science had similar ideas, just new ways of looking at them. History was obviously different, and I could draw threads from it. The challenging thing, though, was that even though my math skills were better than a lot of my classmates, because all of my mental math was done in French, I had to convert from English to French and then back to English, and that usually made me slower whenever we were doing things orally. The combination of all these skills and practices that I've been getting over time have led to really wonderful and new uses of each of them, and in the end, great relationships and laughter. So this brings me to today. How can I help my multilingual students succeed better in our coursework? If I see them and try to get them to where I think they should be, and I forget just how hard it is, then obviously they're going to fail. And if I look at them with the perspective of, oh man, these are the worst absolute slackers that I've ever seen, they don't even know how to process this, then I'm losing out on a lot. And I'll just keep watching them fail. Instead, if I have the realization that they need a little bit of scaffolding, a little bit of hand holding just at the start, then they'll be a lot more successful in their endeavors. They'll actually be able to succeed with the content. And once I get them to that point, they can start helping each other out and be more successful without me and actually want to be learning the material, want to be practicing the material on their own. And then when they see their friends, they come automatically to help and do less and less helping and get better and better with it and end up real successful. And you see, when we remember to look at these kids from an assets-based perspective, it turns out they already know a lot and have a lot to offer us. Knowing these things about myself, now I can start becoming an advocate when other teachers perhaps need a hand. So, in the normal course of a curriculum, a teacher might just be doing what they always do and have their students do to be successful. And that might work great for some. But with different learners of different styles, especially multi-language learners, they might not have everything they need. So when that's the case, I need to step in and share what I've learned. So maybe get a different tool for the job. And that could be really effective. And so see how that might be successful for them. And if it turns out it's not, maybe there's something else that we need to be adding to think about. And when we do, what might that do to help mitigate the frustration of our students? of those multilingual learners who have so much to offer? Can we give them a couple more resources to make them really successful that with just a little help, maybe they can do it. And then after that, they can do it on their own and feel really good and empowered and even encourage their classmates to be excited once more.